Breaking news for Social Security recipients. This is something you absolutely can't afford to miss. The Senate has just approved what could be the most significant increase to Social Security benefits in recent history. This change is set to impact everything about your monthly payments in 2025. If you're wondering exactly how much more money you'll be getting and what it means for your financial future, you're in the right place. I'm here to break down every crucial detail of this game-changing development. Before we dive into the incredible changes that could put thousands of extra dollars in your pocket, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm dedicated to bringing you the latest Social Security updates as they happen. And with changes this big, you won't want to miss a single update. Let's talk about the numbers everyone's buzzing about. $513. That's the potential lifetime security boost many seniors could see thanks to this groundbreaking new legislation. But what exactly does this mean for your monthly checks? And more importantly, how can you ensure you're getting every dollar you're entitled to? These are the questions I'm going to answer for you today. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end because there are some crucial details that many people are missing. The Senate's approval of this unprecedented cost of living adjustment COLA isn't just another routine increase. Have you noticed how your current benefits barely keep up with your rising expenses? Well, lawmakers have finally taken notice, and their response has been nothing short of historic. This new approval includes provisions that go far beyond the traditional cost of living adjustments we've seen in the past. Let's break down exactly what this means for your monthly benefits. Under the new formula, beneficiaries will see increases that factor in not just the standard inflation metrics, but also the real-world costs seniors face every day. Have you been struggling with rising healthcare costs or noticed your grocery bill skyrocketing? These are exactly the kinds of expenses the new COLA calculation takes into account. But here's where things get really interesting: the $5,130 lifetime security boost. This figure represents the cumulative increase many beneficiaries could see over time, thanks to the compounding effect of these new adjustments. Think about it. How would an extra $5,150 impact your retirement security? For many seniors, this represents the difference between just getting by and actually enjoying their retirement years. But the changes don't stop there. The Senate's approval includes several key provisions that will fundamentally change how benefits are calculated, starting in 2025. Have you ever wondered why previous COLAs seemed to fall short of your actual needs? The new bill addresses this by implementing what they're calling a Senior-Specific Consumer Price Index (CPI). This means your increases will be based on the actual spending patterns of older Americans, not just general inflation numbers. One of the most pressing questions I've been receiving is about the timing of these changes. When exactly will you start seeing these increased amounts in your monthly checks? The implementation schedule is quite aggressive, with the first phase of increases set to begin rolling out in early 2025. But here's something many people don't realize. There are certain preparatory steps you need to take now to ensure you receive the maximum benefit increase you're entitled to. Let's talk about how these changes might affect different categories of beneficiaries. Are you currently receiving retirement benefits? Or maybe you're on SSDI or SSI. The impact of these changes varies depending on your specific situation, and understanding these differences is crucial for maximizing your benefits. The new legislation includes targeted provisions for each type of beneficiary, ensuring that no one falls through the cracks. One of the most significant aspects of this approval is how it addresses the long-standing issue of benefit adequacy. For years, many seniors have found themselves having to choose between basic necessities like food, medication, and housing. Have you or someone you know had to make these difficult choices? The new COLA adjustment aims to ensure that no senior has to face such tough decisions in the future. The increased benefits also come with new protections to ensure their long-term sustainability. The Senate has included provisions to strengthen the Social Security Trust Fund, ensuring that these enhanced benefits will be available not just for current recipients, but for future generations as well. But what does this mean for younger workers who are still contributing to the system? The legislation strikes a careful balance between providing immediate relief to current beneficiaries while securing the program's future. Here's something many news outlets aren't talking about. The new bill includes special provisions for those with limited income and resources. If you're receiving SSI benefits in addition to regular Social Security, these changes could mean even more significant increases for you. Have you checked whether you qualify for these additional benefits? Many people don't realize they're eligible for supplemental assistance, and with these new changes, even more beneficiaries might qualify. Let's discuss the practical steps you need to take to ensure you receive every dollar you're entitled to under these new provisions. First and foremost, you need to verify that your information is up to date with the Social Security Administration. Have you moved recently or changed banks? These simple details could affect how quickly you receive your increased benefits once they begin rolling out in 2025. The legislation also includes new rules about how benefits are calculated for married couples and survivors. If you're married or widowed, these changes could have an even bigger impact on your monthly payments. The new calculations take into account factors like shared household expenses and the unique financial challenges faced by surviving spouses. Are you aware of how these changes might affect your specific situation? One aspect that's particularly exciting is how the new COLA adjustment will affect future benefit increases. Unlike previous adjustments that often fell short of real-world cost increases, the new formula includes mechanisms to ensure that benefits keep pace with actual expenses. But what does this mean for your long-term financial planning? How should you adjust your budget and saving strategy in light of these changes? The Senate's approval also includes provisions for early retirement benefits. If you took early retirement and are receiving reduced benefits, these new calculations could help offset some of that reduction. Have you been concerned about the impact of taking early retirement on your long-term financial security? These new provisions might help ease some of those concerns. Let's talk about the Medicare connection, because this is crucial for many beneficiaries. The new legislation includes coordination between Social Security COLA increases and Medicare premium adjustments. This means that future Medicare premium increases won't eat away at your Social Security raises the way they sometimes have in the past. Do you understand how this coordination will affect your net benefits? It's an important detail that could make a significant difference in your monthly income. For those of you still working while receiving benefits, there are important changes to the earnings limits you need to understand. The new rules adjust how much you can earn before your benefits are reduced, and they introduce a more gradual reduction in benefits when you exceed these limits. But here's the question many of you might be asking. Should you adjust your work schedule based on these new limits? The answer depends on your individual circumstances. The legislation also addresses the needs of disabled beneficiaries with several improvements to the SSDI program. The application process will be streamlined, and benefit calculations will be more favorable for many disabled workers. If you or someone you know receives SSDI benefits, have you reviewed how these changes might affect your payments? The differences could be substantial. Another crucial aspect of the Senate's approval is how it affects benefits for dependent children and grandchildren. The new calculations provide better support for families where Social Security is a crucial source of income for multiple generations. Are you supporting younger family members with your benefits? These changes could provide significant additional support for your family. Let's discuss the special provisions for low-income beneficiaries. The new COLA adjustment includes extra protections for those with limited resources, ensuring that the most vulnerable seniors receive the support they need. Have you explored whether you might qualify for these additional protections? Many people are surprised to learn they're eligible for extra assistance. The timing of these changes is particularly significant given current economic conditions, with inflation affecting everything from food prices to housing costs. The Senate's approval of this enhanced COLA couldn't have come at a better time. But what steps should you take now to prepare for these changes? How can you make the most of this increased benefit when it arrives? One of the most forward-thinking aspects of this legislation is how it addresses future economic uncertainties. The new COLA formula includes mechanisms to adjust for unexpected economic changes, providing better protection against future inflation spikes. Have you considered how this might affect your long-term financial security? This built-in protection could make a significant difference in maintaining your standard of living over time. For those of you planning for retirement in the next few years, these changes could affect your decision about when to start taking benefits. The new calculations might make it more advantageous to wait until full retirement age, or even later. Have you reconsidered your retirement timeline in light of these changes? The decision could have a significant impact on your lifetime benefits. The legislation also includes new protections against benefit overpayment clawbacks, which has been a major concern for many beneficiaries. The new rules create more flexible repayment options and expand the criteria for overpayment forgiveness. If you've ever faced an overpayment situation, you know how stressful it can be. These new protections provide much-needed relief and security. Let's talk about the implementation timeline for these changes. While the main provisions take effect in 2025, certain aspects will be phased in gradually. Understanding this timeline is crucial for your financial planning. Have you started thinking about how you'll adjust your budget as these changes roll out? Planning ahead can help you make the most of these increased benefits. The Senate's approval also includes measures to improve Social Security's customer service. Additional funding has been allocated for hiring more staff and upgrading technology, which should mean shorter wait times and better assistance when you need it. Have you experienced frustration when trying to get help with your benefits? These improvements aim to make the process much smoother. As we near the end of our discussion, let's focus on some key action items you need to take. First, review your current benefit statement and compare it to the new increase schedules. Second, make sure all your information is up to date with the Social Security Administration. Third, consider how these changes might affect your overall retirement strategy. And finally, stay informed about any additional updates or changes that might affect your benefits. Remember, these changes represent one of the most significant improvements to Social Security in recent history, but understanding how they apply to your specific situation is crucial. Do you have questions about how these changes will affect your benefits? The best way to stay informed is to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. I'll be providing regular updates as more details about the implementation of these changes become available. Your financial security matters, and staying informed about these important changes to Social Security is crucial for making the most of your benefits. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, share it with friends and family who might benefit from this information, and subscribe to the channel for more updates on Social Security and retirement planning. Together, we'll navigate these changes and ensure you're making the most of your increased benefits. Remember, knowledge is power, and staying informed is the key to maximizing your Social Security benefits in 2025 and beyond.